Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast, episode 118, The Road to WrestleMania. I want to say thank you for listening, and if you stumbled across us on the interwebs, check us out at kfpodcast.com, at KF Podcast on Facebook, at Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter, and at Ken Frederick Podcast on all your other social media needs. Please check us out on SoundCloud. We have fresh content weekly, but today we got Brock.
Hi.
And Don.
Yep.
And we're going to talk some wrestling.
People are loving these wrestling shows.
Wrestling down everyone's throats.
It's fun. I don't know.
It's the road to WrestleMania.
I realized since I haven't been reading comics in a long time, I'm full blown into wrestling again.
There you go.
You're full blown, all right.
So let's start talking about the road to WrestleMania. Always starts with the Royal Rumble,
Right?
and we watched that on Sunday. We had a good time. I won $50. Brock won $50.
Yes.
Don got
I just bought $100 worth of pizza.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I like the Rumble. I mean, even though it's like, it's always a fun time.
It's my favorite pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah.
Because it's not as long as Mania, and it's always so easy to do so many storylines with it. And that's why I think
It's just fun watching I know we get disappointed by sometimes the Who people come out, but I don't know why I so enjoy a clock countdown and people coming out.
Well, there was a good bit of surprises this year. They just weren't people we wanted.
Yeah, exactly. It was all people that was on the roster. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
We'll get into that.
I just wish they would have done the men's last.
No, the women's was too important. And also the big reveal that we'll talk about in a minute. So let's start things off with the title matches. So we had the Universal title that kicked off the show.
No, the WWE Championship.
The WWE
kicked
Championship
off
kicked off
first.
the show.
Yeah.
So it was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus AJ Styles.
Mm-hmm.
That was an okay match. The finish was a little goofy.
Well, that was just a further the storyline with Shane McMahon and everything. Screwing those two over.
Screwing them over.
The finish was Kevin Owens was reaching for a tag from Sami Zayn. He didn't get the tag, but he came in anyway and got pinned.
He came anyway and was going to try and pin him.
Yeah.
But, that's their thing with that they do.
Yeah.
And then Shane McMahon admitted afterwards that he did see it.
Yeah.
But he let it go.
He revealed that on SmackDown.
Oh, did he?
Mm.
Who did he reveal it to? Daniel Bryan?
To Kevin Owens.
Oh,
He said, yeah, I saw it.
I thought he said it on the Rumble.
He said it on SmackDown on Tuesday.
Okay.
He said, did you see it? He goes, yeah, I saw it, and I don't care.
Yep.
He's like, yep, I saw it, and he walked away. Mm.
Funny. I don't know. I don't know what the payoff is. Is it Shane versus Kevin Owens again?
Yeah.
Is it, I don't see the storyline where, so Kevin will challenge again for the WWE Championship, but we know because of who won the Rumble that it's not going to be them versus AJ.
I think you should somehow get Kevin Owens into that match at Mania, and then Daniel Bryan officially turns heel and joins with them, screws them over, screws Nakamura out of a title that everybody's expecting him to win it there, and really cement that they're like a heel faction with Daniel Bryan in charge. Something in his contract, you can't fire him. You know what I mean? Do a power struggle thing there.
Do a triple threat match? And it's no DQ normally for triple threats.
Or they can do a fatal four-way even if there's Sammy in there too.
Yeah. So they have an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Something. Or they get that title at Fastlane off AJ, which could always happen somehow.
And he just cashed in his rematch clause at WrestleMania while he jumps in the match.
There's ways to get it in there.
And Shane will put him in there because it's once again screwing over Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
There's
things they can do.
True.
Then there was the Universal title match, which went 10 minutes tops. But it was good. It was action packed. I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was okay.
We all knew that Kane was there to get pinned.
Yeah, we called that. We called that a year ago.
Yeah.
Or even though they told us we just found out Kane was going to be in it a month ago. We knew a year ago that he was going to pin somebody at the Rumble.
Yeah. Vote for me, Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah. Just there to get pinned. That way Strowman looks strong. And he's chasing the title still.
Yeah.
So, not that exciting.
No.
We knew Lesnar was going to win. I mean, there's no surprise with that. We knew Lesnar was going to have that. As soon as he won it last year and beat Goldberg, we said, yep, he'll be here a whole year with it.
Which
it was the most boring year of that title.
Yeah.
I hate it.
At least it doesn't have any prestige like the WWE title has. It's kind of a new belt. Only 3 people have had it, so.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could have done so much with it in a year.
Mhm.
It could have been involved in so many storylines and changed hands and done stuff with it. Instead, it just sat on a shelf for a year.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
his
waste of a year.
contract's up in April.
I mean, I think this is what he does with these contracts. I get it for a year because he had it for a year once before when he had the WWE title.
That's true.
I think he just is like, yeah, I get a title for a year, and
That's your man.
that's my thing. I
Yeah.
get it for a year. I mean, even though we know Roman's going to fight him, I hope at least Roman will beat him, and then Roman could possibly lose it down the road.
I wouldn't be surprised if Roman lost and they rematch and he gets it in the pay-per-view after.
Yeah, Lesnar's usually not a kind of guy that shows up. You remember when he beat Goldberg, he didn't show back up until summer?
Even with the title.
Even with the title. He was on Raw the next night, and that was it. And he was gone. So, someone will get it. Bring it back to the show. That's the way it's on TV.
Yeah.
You never see that title.
I know it's old school to do that, but with the amount of wrestling that's on TV now, you have to have the title.
Yeah.
in there.
And the amount of talent that you have, that title's got to change hands 4 times a year. I know you want to do streaks with it, but it's more exciting when you get surprises with champions and people winning it on Raw, and that makes Raw exciting. It makes you want to tune in that the title could change hands.
Uncensored or whatever it was.
Right now, you could tune in a year from now. You'll know that championship's not changing hands.
Yep.
Come back a year later. So there you go.
Crazy. But
Men's Rumble.
Men's Rumble was good. Finn stayed in the longest.
Mhm.
Who had the most eliminations?
Reigns and
Reigns.
and one other person. Reigns and Balor, I think, had the most.
Did they? So made Balor look strong. That was good. Sheamus was out in 23 seconds or something?
Yeah, he had the quickest elimination. It was like
Yeah.
a second. Hurricane was a surprise.
Rey Mysterio looks great. That guy's.
But then he wasn't on anything the next day, so is he just done?
He's done. Yeah.
Is that just a one and done type
I
thing?
think so. I would be surprised if you see Ray go in the Hall of Fame soon, quote unquote. They can start using his likeness again on video games and shit.
I don't know. I mean, he looks good. I don't know why you wouldn't come back and put him on 205 Live. Give a veteran on that show. You have no veterans on that other than Kendrick.
If you were Rey Mysterio, would you want to come back and be on 205
It's
Live?
better than Lucha Underground.
I think he feels like he's doing something new on Lucha Underground. And it's something where he can film it in a month and then he's free the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't know. I
He
mean,
doesn't
I'd put him on
have to
SmackDown. He can wrestle. You have Kalisto on there. Why not have him?
Because it's too many masks. Vince doesn't like mask guys. It's too
Yeah,
many.
Mysterio's good. I'd like to rather see him wrestle Balor and these guys.
Yeah,
and
that'd be good. But it's not going to happen. He's making indie money. He came up for a one shot. I think that's fine. Keeps his name in the picture.
Mm.
So,
You also had Andrade Cien Almas.
which was cool.
Yeah.
I like that they put in both. Spoiler, but they put in both matches. They put the NXT champion in it. So,
Yeah.
And then they had Adam Cole as well.
which I was kind of shocked that he was one that came up. Out of everyone, I like Adam Cole. I think he's great. So
He was fine. He did a good job.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, having Goldust at 29 was kind of a weird one. We're like, what? Goldust is coming out at 29?
well, I also feel like because he was 30.
I don't even
I
remember.
forget now. I don't know who was 30.
Was that Mysterio?
Yeah, Mysterio was 30, wasn't he? No, he wasn't.
It wasn't Reigns, was it?
No. We're real good at I forget who it was that came out at 30.
Oh well, we'll skip it. Apparently, they didn't do well enough for us to remember who it was. So, but I thought the match was good. Nakamura won. I think the final four, and it was Orton. Did Orton come out at 30?
No.
I think he was 27.
It was Balor, Cena, Reigns, and Nakamura at the end.
Yeah. But, it was a nice nod to the past and the future. So
Getting the crowd all crazy.
Yeah. And, so Nakamura winning, I liked. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I mean, we called that, though.
Yeah,
I mean, that's another thing. It's so easy to call these things. I'm like, everybody was guessing at our house, picking who they were going to win. I'm like, Nakamura's going to win this. Like, they're going to, this is what they're going to do. Like, I don't know. I just wish it wasn't so predictable anymore. I wish you actually thought, like, number 30 was Dolph Ziggler, and I hugely disappointing. Where like they did the music scratch, he went back to his old music because he's been like all. I thought that meant they were going to do something really big with Ziggler.
Yeah.
Like he may win this, he may surprise you and win this or be down the end. He was eliminated like 3 minutes later.
Yeah. He's just there to job.
He was literally Dolph Ziggler was in there for 2 minutes.
Poor Dolph.
And why is he your 30? Why is he coming out with all that?
So he dropped the U.S. belt and did all that, for no reason. For 2 minutes in the Rumble.
Yeah, because they made him drop the title. He said he quit. He stopped coming out to his music, and they did that like music record scratch and stops, and he comes back to his. He's all pumped. I'm like, oh, give him a push. Nothing. I would have rather have him. I know you guys like more, but I'd rather have Ziggler facing Styles at the thing.
They'd have a good match.
They'd have a good match. I'd rather see that storyline play. They do nothing with Dolph Ziggler.
Well, you know what Dolph Ziggler needs to do? He needs to leave.
He needs to leave
And go. He needs to Cody Rhodes it. AJ Styles it. Just go and because he'd get over in New Japan. Like
he can go join the Bullet Club. They would love him over there.
There you go.
He'd be a great fit for that. But he would. Yeah, he can go. He's the best. He sells the best in the company. Like he looks like he's getting blown up by punches. He just I've always liked.
He's good. I don't understand it. This whole storyline felt like that's what they were working towards. Yeah. Then he wasn't even on SmackDown. So if you're a Dolph Ziggler fan, you're confused as hell.
It's just a wrestling fan. You're confused as hell.
Yeah.
So, but I think overall this is probably the best men's Rumble that we've had in about 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't know for sure going in who was going to win, like the last several.
Yeah, I feel like the other ones you knew as soon as Batista and Roman Reigns and all the Cena.
And the one for the title, you knew Triple H was going to screw him out of it.
Orton winning last year. Like, it all seemed very predictable. So it was nice to have. I mean, this is predictable, but I still think this was a good.
Yeah.
All right, so the Women's Rumble, we had Asuka win this one.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I didn't either. And I just feel like there was too
obvious. She's the undefeated person in there, the clear favorite. You knew the big girl, like Nia Jax, the biggest one in there, wasn't going to win. They were all going to throw her out.
Which I thought this was the time where everyone should have focused on Asuka and been like, all right, you're not winning this.
Yeah.
You know how everyone beat down like Cena and Reigns and they're like, these guys aren't. They should all just went after Asuka because she's undefeated.
Well, the end made no sense. You have her in the final with the Bella Twins. Yeah. Right? So she's not even in there with like current wrestlers like Sasha or Becky or anybody like that. She's in there basically with two part-timers.
Yeah.
And then in a stupid move, Nikki throws her own sister out. I'm like, why are you throwing your sister out?
I read that's supposed to set up some storyline in the TV show. In the Bella
it's
show.
So confusing if you're watching it, like trying to believe that this is like supposed to be real. Yeah. Like, you would team up against someone like her. You're not going to beat her on your own. Wait till she's throwing your sister. I thought they should have done the thing where like Asuka's going to throw Brie out and Nikki tosses them both out. I would have been all right with Nikki taking the Rumble.
I would have been fine with it too. She's going to come back. She's going to be on the like. I would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
I also felt like. I like Asuka a lot. I don't think Asuka needed the Royal Rumble win to look unstoppable.
Yeah.
This is the time where you can have her lose something and not be, look weak. I also feel like the first person to win the Women's Royal Rumble should have been someone that you know is going to be with the company forever.
Yeah.
I like Asuka a lot. Like I said, I don't know if she's going to stay over here, be a part of the Hall of Fame, do all that kind of stuff. That should have been a Nikki Bella moment.
Yeah.
Or Charlotte. But
if Charlotte wasn't champion, Charlotte would have been perfect for it. I even think maybe like Becky could have been good with it. But I would have gave it to Nikki.
Yeah. And then I would have won the other $50.
Yeah.
No, I won the $50 instead.
Yeah, I would have gave it to her. I would have had her win.
How much would you and your wife hate if I would have won both Rumbles?
All right.
Fair enough. All right, so that's the Rumble recap, and then we got what?
So you had Takeover happen that weekend too.
Takeover had the best main event match I've watched in years.
Your Gargano match.
Yeah, Gargano versus Cien Almas was fantastic. If you haven't watched it, just watch it. It's great. The Extreme Rules match with Adam Cole and what's his name?
Aleister Black.
Aleister Black was good too.
Yeah. Then you had EC3 show up.
EC3 showed up, which was a surprise. War Machine was there.
Oh, they were there too?
Ricochet
was in the crowd.
Yeah. And then Candice LeRae got involved in the match.
So all their recent signings were there.
Yep, they were all involved.
Well, even Tommaso Ciampa showed up for a spot, which was cool. I can't his gimmick because they totally did a great thing. So they're kind of playing Johnny Gargano with the announcing team. It's like he's got nothing but heart. He's all heart, heart.
The smiley face logo.
Yeah, he's like he's winning this on will alone, and his heart wants to be in the business. Since Tommaso Ciampa turned on him from DIY, all his shit is now black heart. It's like the complete opposite of each other. He's got this giant, his normal beard, but his shirt looks cool. It says black heart. It's like it's my time now.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's great. I can't wait till he heals up and they have a feud. And that's a feud that should go over to 205 Live.
Yeah,
they don't need that feud on NXT. You're gonna have Ricochet and EC3 and Adam Cole. Like that's gonna be a great show in like 3 months.
Yeah.
Like you need have Gargano come up, win that 205 Live belt, and as soon as he does, have Ciampa beat him up, show all the replays.
Maybe he's in the tournament, Gargano.
I would hope so. He doesn't. I mean, he should.
Yeah.
And then that could put him on the I mean,
they brought Roderick Strong up to be in the tournament.
Yeah. Roderick Strong is a guy that I like technique wise. He needs a mouthpiece, I think.
Oh, he's the worst. He's so boring.
He needs
stammering through his words.
The best of when he was in ROH with the Truth, the Truth Martinez, that was good because he's like your Arn Anderson enforcer type. He doesn't have the same stature, but he's a technician, Dean Malenko-esque. Like that's what he needs to be doing. So, but that's they bring him up to 205 Live and actually get some real wrestling on that show.
Speaking of 205 Live, Rockstar Spud. Or
Drake
Maverick. Just in UGM.
Maverick.
Drake Maverick. Where'd they get these names from? I think he just looks in like a name book.
Oh, it's like a baby name book.
Yeah, baby name book.
Yeah. Name generator.
And he's just like, Drake sounds good. Drake. You can say it angry. Maverick. Vince, that sounds weird. That sounds like a G.I. Joe villain or something like that,
It sounds like what Maverick's name from Top Gun is.
Yeah. But he's the GM. And the stupid thing about it is he walked out with Daniel Bryan
for the introduction.
So he's just standing next to him and everybody's chanting Rockstar Spud because he walks out.
I bet they didn't have music for him yet. And
then Daniel Bryan's like, let me introduce you to him. And he points at him. We're like, well, no shit, he's standing next to you. Of course we know. And then he says Drake Maverick and people are like, who? I'm like, what? But when he came out, it said Daniel Bryan with Drake Maverick in the words, and I was like, I don't know who that is. I was like, that's Rockstar Spud. Yeah, and the crowd's going Spud, 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 Spud. Then they say it, and they're like, oh, it's like it was so poorly done.
I'm gonna look up his real name. I'm gonna see how bad
it was so bad.
It's probably Drake Maverick.
But they have the tournament going on.
Yeah, for the vacated title from.
We love the tournaments. I think.
And it's I think the main event is gonna be at Mania.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
the final match will be at Mania.
The pre-show.
The pre-show.
So his real name is James Michael Curtin.
Yeah, James Curtin.
James Curtin, the Iron Curtain.
He said Drake Maverick. So that's all.
James Drake. I don't know. I feel like you could have came up with a better name.
Yeah. So there you go. NXT 205
Sorry, I don't
Live.
need to catch you over, but how much merchandising do you need off of this guy, Vince, that you're actually going to I need his rights. Sorry.
Well, I think he has his rights. He can say it because they said it on the show.
Yeah.
The announcers were going, known as Rockstar Spud. And I'm like, if you can say it, that means someone else doesn't own it.
Well, all the TNA stuff now, the guy that owns it said that everyone's owns their shit.
Yeah.
If you,
so he could be Rockstar Spud.
Yeah. How about the big signing that we haven't talked about, but what's his name from TNA is now signed with?
Jeremy Borash. He's apparently reporting to NXT.
Is he going to try out?
I think he's going to take over for Nigel on the announce team.
So was Nigel sick, or is this some kind of weird old
I just think Nigel was confused.
They said he's sick.
Yeah. But I saw a picture of him in the background somewhere or something that was. I don't know if they're just going to make him a road agent or trainer or
something like that. Probably. Jeremy Borash ain't a bad announcer.
I like Jeremy Borash a lot.
Him and what's his name, Mono Ronaldo, whatever.
It's going to be two over the top, I think, with the two of them.
They might be okay.
Unless his contract's up soon and that's the replacement.
No, Ronaldo's going to be there for a while.
Mamma mia!
He's not going anywhere.
The two of them will just be getting all, oh my God!
I would like Mario if he didn't have to put in some kind of cliche catchphrase in every line of commentary. It's too much.
Well, he also tries to make obscure, like, and he stumbles on his words sometimes. He's trying to get super obscure about stuff and like tie it in with something weird. Like I forget what he was saying during the takeover, but he totally botched the whole line. I'm like, I don't understand what this guy's talking about.
Yeah, he just tries too hard, I think.
And you know what? Jim Ross going, "Oh my God," is something. Mauro Ranallo yelling "Mamma Mia" is not is annoying.
All right, let's move on to the Elimination Chamber
that we called months ago.
They announced there's going to be a women's Elimination Chamber as well.
For the title, though.
For the title?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is lame.
So Asuka's not going to be in it?
No, Bliss is in it defending her title against a bunch of other women.
Have they named anyone else?
They haven't named anybody else in it yet, no. So they're doing that.
I heard they did that so Sasha Banks doesn't dive out of the ring anymore and almost kill herself.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about Ronda Rousey at the Rumble, the big signing. They brought it up a million times on Raw.
Well, what, that she came out in Roddy Piper's jacket and pointed a lot?
She's apparently getting a title match at Mania.
Which shits on the entire Women's Rumble.
It does, and that's why the rest of the roster's upset. She's the female Brock Lesnar now. And me and Brock saw an article before we started this. They may give her to Heyman. They're just going to do the female Brock Lesnar with her. She's going to be on. She's not going to be a Stardust on Raw every week.
Well, I heard that she's supposedly full-time, quote-unquote.
Yeah, but you know what that means. Brock Lesnar's full-time.
Yeah.
It's probably whatever date she chooses. She'll be on once in a while. She'll take the women's title and be like the Lesnar version of it, holding the women's title.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't know where they're going to stop with the women's revolution. Like they have an elimination chamber now. How soon till we have a full-on women's only pay-per-view?
If they're going to do all this stuff, they need to give them more than one segment on Raw and SmackDown.
They should turn that 205 Live show into a women's show.
Mm-hmm.
Give them a tag team belt.
Yeah.
Bring back the WWE tag
I'm
team.
all for the women's revolution and stuff, but just give us more than just these matches.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard with the women's revolution when there's only 10 people on the roster. You get the same people over and over again.
Well, what they could do is have them both on whatever women's show. They have a whole network to program. You put the women on the women's show, just don't have the champs, and then the tag belts can be on that show, and have that belt can go between the two shows.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything. Yeah. Ronda Rousey's going to win the title off Alexa Bliss, or not off Bliss, off Charlotte, and have it on SmackDown with Paul Heyman for a while. Fast track right in. They love her. I don't get the draw. I don't understand it.
People like her.
You have all these stars that you built up that are so good and doing so well, and you have to bring this in for what? What's it really going to add to you?
Look at all the news outlets covering it.
Yeah. But is it really going to draw that more people into Mania? Having Ronda Rousey on?
It'll get more It'll get maybe
because that girl on NXT is a former MMA girl that fought Ember Moon for the title.
Yeah. Well, she's not pretty though.
Yeah, they're best friends. Like they bring. I actually was surprised they didn't have them both.
She beat up Ember Moon.
Beat her up bad.
Yeah.
And Ember Moon somehow got out and won it.
Yeah,
which is
quick roll up or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They might have them both win the title and then start walking around between the shows and just talking shit. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess it'll bring some kind of attention to Mania. I think Mania does well on its own without it, but
people. I mean, the more notoriety.
It'll get Mania covered on SportsCenter.
Yeah. I mean, it's already.
Yeah.
How was Coach on announcing on Monday?
He was weird.
Yeah.
He was trying to warm up to it because for 10 minutes he didn't say a word. Like, Michael Cole started talking, Corey Graves was talking, they kept going back and forth. I kept thinking, he was thinking the same thing. Or like, is he there? And then finally he's like, yeah, that's a good move. And I'm like, oh, he's having a hard time. I think he's having a hard time with a 3-man team.
3-man team's tough, and I don't think it adds anything. I'd rather have a 2-man booth. But that's
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Elimination Chamber is going to have crap matches. Well, I actually like Elimination Chamber now that they redid the chamber.
So far you have Strowman in it, Cena and Elias. You know Reigns will be in it. I mean, we just know Reigns is going to win it, so it's not really a big surprise. The match will probably be interesting. Strowman will do a lot of crazy stuff.
Actually, I'm calling out Strowman's going to break part of the cage.
Yeah, he's going to throw a cage.
Something to get himself eliminated.
Or he'll be like a guy that's later on. He'll just bust out at the beginning.
Yeah.
Just kick his way out.
Yeah.
You don't put him in that match and not have him do some kind of great feat.
He's going to lift a cage. I mean, something crazy is going to happen.
He's going to do some amazing feat of strength, and then Roman Reigns is going to jump in the air and punch him in the face and win.
Yeah. So he'll somehow get messed up the way he like will leave. They won't pin him. Something will happen. They'll get trapped under something. They'll do some bullshit with that.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. And then Fastlane looks like it's going to be either Sammy or Kevin fighting AJ for that title there. With other matches. Bobby Roode's, who's he? He's feuding with Rusev, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they started doing some SmackDown top 10 on some social media, which I like.
The wrestlers vote on.
Yeah.
You can't vote for yourself.
I like it. I like brackets and
Have we watched you guys watched any of the mixed tag matches? The mixed match challenge?
No.
I tell you what, Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss was so entertaining.
Was it?
That was really entertaining. That was the most entertaining one. They fought Sami Zayn and Becky Lynch. And Sami Zayn was terrified of Braun Strowman. Anytime he would get in a ring, he was like running from him. And then Strowman threw him into the crowd at the end. And then he went in the ring. And the build up for it, like Strowman and Alexa, like, it's like he has a crush on her. Like when he's not big and scary when he's around her, she's bossing him around. He was trying to teach her how to pick up a car, and she's like, "I'm not picking that car up." And he was like, "You gotta bend with your knees." He's like doing this.
I saw that promo with it, and he's like, "I wore that shirt. I made it all sweaty. It's like gonna give you 30% more lifting power."
And then after he went back in the ring, and she did her move from the top of his shoulders.
Oh, the twist.
She was in air for like ever, and then came down and landed. It looked like she kind of hurt herself.
That's the last time they did that.
And then after the match, they were Renee Young was interviewing him, and he said something about, she's like, "We're going all the way," and he was like, "Ooh," like he smiled, and he was like, "I like her, she's cute." And she was like, "Not all the way like that." And she's like, "Well, maybe," and like smiles at him, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and the crowd's cheering, "Brahm's gonna get some." They're like all into it, and he's like smiling. It's pretty funny.
Do that after me. I think that the girls and the guys should be mixed more anyways. Having her as champ talking for Braun Strowman would be great.
When he stands in a ring and she stands on a rope behind him holding up the belt, it's cool looking. Because she's like all little hiding behind him and stuff.
I think the pairing for this is great.
Yeah. Poor ever gets Goldust. Mandy Rose is in it now because someone got hurt. She's with Goldust.
Which is like if you had to pick someone, isn't she gold everything?
Yeah. I didn't enjoy Finn Balor doing Sasha Banks' dances, though.
You loved it.
That was kind of weird. Made me feel uncomfortable. I was like, no, Balor, don't do that.
Getting tighter?
All right. Well, we are coming into almost talking for a half hour, so we're going to jump right into Mania predictions.
All right.
So
Reigns is going to win that belt.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the WWE title first.
All right. AJ retains.
I think Nakamura is going to win it.
So we think it's AJ versus Nakamura. I'm writing these down so we can remember.
Yeah.
AJ Nakamura.
Yep.
And who do you think wins?
I think AJ wins.
You think AJ retains?
I think Nakamura will win it.
Okay. Universal title, we think it's just Lesnar.
Lesnar versus Reigns. Reigns wins.
Reigns
He's not
wins.
even in the picture right now, but somehow he's going to be champion.
Yeah. IC title, you think Miz fights someone?
I heard there's Miz versus Strowman, which I'm cool with. I think that Strowman needs a belt after all this stuff.
Yeah.
Or if he does fight he should fight for the belt and win Andre the Giant, and then have a program with Roman after WrestleMania.
U.S. title.
Who has Bobby Roode?
Bobby Roode.
It looks like him and Rusev and Roode may fight at Fastlane. Maybe Rusev wins it. I don't know.
That seems like a multiple man match to me.
That seems like that's going to be the one where they have it's a ladder match.
Yeah,
it's multiple people.
Yep, that's the multiple.
Bobby Roode, Rusev, Mojo Rawley,
Sami Zayn,
Ziggler back. All those people. Baron Corbin.
That's the multi-man match.
That's the multi-man match. Raw tag should probably be the Bar.
Probably Bar versus the Club. I think
they could do Anderson and Gallows, or maybe even
Revival,
or a three-way for that too.
Yeah.
SmackDown, I think titles is going to be Usos versus the Hammer Brothers or whatever they're called.
Yeah, they started setting that up.
Yeah, they set that up on SmackDown. They were talking shit about they've beaten everybody, and those guys came out, but they were coming out for their match, just walk right. The Usos were all scared of them. I'm like, I'd be scared of those two guys.
Did they ever win the tag belt when they were in the Wyatts?
No.
This should be their tag run.
This should be their run. They should get it.
Because Luke Harper's great.
Yeah, he's good.
And they're wasting him in this tag team. Like, I understand that, like, him and Eric Rowan, they look cool together. But damn, like, they should really let him loose. Like,
yeah, he's good.
He could do.
I like them together. I like their music. I don't like the whole hammer thing. They need to get rid of that and all that.
Yeah.
But their music is ominous and dark, and the way they come out, they look meaner than hell. You know, the outfits are kind of weird.
You can't put those guys in, like, regular tights. Though.
Yeah, they need.
It's tough.
They have, like, reject Kane outfits on, you know, like stuff. Old Kane clothes is what they're wearing. They're
Not his governor. He's giving all that out now.
Yeah, they're a little different. But drop the whole hammer shit and all that.
I bet it's gone soon. When they get the belts out, that's the problem.
Because when the music just goes dark and like it comes up like real scary, it's not bad. It's not, it's not. I've seen worse. Raw Women's title. We think that's going to be Bliss versus Asuka. Asuka's winning. That's her moment.
If Bliss still has it.
I think Bliss will still have it. They like her as champion.
To be honest with you, I think that I would be fine with Asuka losing at WrestleMania to Bliss somehow. Like I
don't think you're going to see Asuka lose for a while. I think this is their thing.
She's got to lose sometime, and the more you put it off, the worse it's going to be.
Until she fights Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. Like, she should lose at WrestleMania. You have a good heel with Bliss who can do something to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Is Carmella going to Money in the Bank?
Yeah, she's tried a couple times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is there a loophole in that where she can challenge for the other show's title?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think they never answered that, so if they needed to, they could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to have 2 separate ones for the
band.
And then SmackDown Women's will probably be Charlotte versus
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey.
Which is a slap in the face to all those other women.
Yeah.
It is.
And she'll win it and have it for a while. Cruiserweight title? I don't know because we don't know who's in the match. So that one's hard.
Johnny Gargano versus
Neville.
I
think Neville's going to come back for that.
You think we'll see some kind of like surprise there?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if someone is a surprise there. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Spud's in that tournament and puts himself in. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish they would do, instead of doing the last match there, they should do the last 3. So they kind of wrestle a couple.
2 during the pre-show.
2 during the pre-show, and then 1.
They could. That would make more sense. And make it more thrilling.
Because then you actually, people that don't watch 205 Live now they're invested into it.
Yeah. You get to see 4 guys instead of just 2.
The only thing right now is I don't see any buildup of anything that doesn't have a title. You know, last year we knew there was going to be a Jericho Owens.
Yeah.
You could tell that was going on. Triple H and Seth Rollins. There's no like Triple H buildup right now. I could see Triple H Strowman because they started that little thing with him at Survivor Series, and he hates Triple H. I could see maybe a little thing there. Is the Undertaker going to wrestle? No one knows.
Riddle me this.
I still think the Undertaker is going to show up as the American Badass.
That'd be great.
I would love to see that.
I think once Cena's going to lose in that chamber and he's going to do some kind of promo, probably in mid-February where he's like distraught and Undertaker's going to come out and like the Harley and all that. That's going to be like, some kind of match there. I think that was his whole retiring on that 25 show. Like, I'm done with this, but I got one more run. It's going to be the last ride of the Undertaker.
I would like to. I mean, he wouldn't be able to do an elimination chamber match, but I wanted to have the belt again. Like,
yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
But other than that, I don't see any other matches really being built.
I would be okay with the Undertaker having the title from Mania to Mania.
Yeah.
Being there 4 or 5 times a year over Lesnar.
Other than, totally. Yeah, 100%.
Because he earned it.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I don't know. I hope he does something at Mania.
Yeah, he should be. I mean, I think he looks fine enough that he could wrestle. He could wrestle someone like John Cena. That would be nice and safe for him. Mm-hmm. Brock Lesnar's, that was too much on him.
Speaking of Lesnar, did you see that shot that Strowman took from Brock Lesnar in the face?
That was brutal.
A punch?
Yeah, like, because Strowman, I guess, kneed Lesnar in the face by accident, came in too hot, and Lesnar stood straight, didn't sell anything, it just popped him right in the ear. And you see him, like, convulse and, like, go down. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
And he got right back up, like...
I'd love to see those two fight for real.
I don't know who would win.
Yeah.
I mean, Brock knows how to fight, but that's a really strong, large man.
I'm pretty sure Strowman knows how to fight, too. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to see Corbin and Lesnar fight. Corbin was a trained fighter, too, and a big dude. There's a guy that's just screaming for a push to
release.
or he's just kind of stuck.
You need 2 good stables.
It's hard for him to get in that like title picture with AJ, Kevin, Nakamura, all these
Yeah,
guys.
he's got all the talent guys on his side.
He's a guy that I could see go to Raw, and then like he can be in a title hunt with. I think him and Reigns look good together. Like they could have a good fight. So.
Yeah, no. And then there's Seth Rollins. You got to get him involved somehow in Mania. I doubt he's not going to have anything going on at Mania.
Maybe him and Jason Jordan.
Yeah, an Angle, some kind of thing.
Yeah.
I still think you're going to see Angle versus Sun somehow, something like that.
How much heat does Jason Jordan have? Was this planned? Like I
don't think so, but I think they're playing up to it now.
Yeah, you got to run with it because the crowd hates him.
I think they just need to come out and say like he faked the whole thing and he's not really related and all that stuff.
Where's Drew McIntyre's hurt? I mean, they could have him come back and do some forensic science for us.
Totally.
What was that? His TNA gimmick was.
Yeah, he's an investigator, forensics investigator. In his private life. This Mania is hard to book because there's a lot of you got like Wyatt and Balor and Rollins. These are all guys with Samoa Joe. If he's healthy by then, where are they all at?
Yeah, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a 10-hour pay-per-view.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
All right.
The next day.
Well, there you go. Road to WrestleMania. We'll see how it plays out.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. If you just stumbled across this, check us out at kfpodcast.com. I went into intro mode because I was on the sheet. Please like, share, subscribe, and like people. Thanks.
Later.